I'm Bailey Fisher, and this is Rabun Co Wildcats, and you're watching Blitz.
Bailey Fisher, the man, the myth, the legend, Rabun County's greatest of all time. There's no getting around that. Bailey, thank you so much for giving us all the memories on behalf of Wildcat Nation. You've been a phenomenal talent to watch. Sad to see that this is the end of the road for you, but thank you so much for your time here on Blitz.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I know the season didn't end quite the way you wanted it to. You're 14-0. You go into the state title game here on the home field and fall just a bit short. But I know a player like you, man, you put everything you had into that, and it was very obvious you left it all on the field. Do you have any regrets about your career at all?
No, sir. I wouldn't say I have any regrets because, like you said, every time I went out there on Friday night, I gave it my all, and I mean, I just played with heart every week and stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I have any regrets at all, really.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you would wish you had that state title that you guys so deserved, but what's the healing process like for you? Because I can only imagine, because me following you guys for all these years, I was heartbroken for days, and I know you guys are too, but does the pain ease up any? Have you had a chance to really step back and let it sink in, like, hey, no matter what, this was, you know, a very historic year?
I mean, it's definitely going to hurt for a long time, just knowing how close we were, but I mean, with our community and stuff, we're just so proud of us for what we accomplished this year.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot, just knowing that we didn't let them down, even though we lost that last game. But, I mean, it's definitely hard. It still hurts now.
Yeah.
Like, when I sit and think about it at times, just think about, like, what if this could have happened and stuff like that. So
the what ifs, yeah.
But, I mean, like I said, with the community we have behind us, it just helps with all the support they give us.
Yeah, and I know that plays into, you know, being able to come back and play the state championship on the home field. That's something that hasn't been done in years. You know, it wasn't for the greatest purpose this year, but being able to play back in front of the home crowd and get, you didn't think you were going to get to play again on this field, but what was that like?
I mean, it was surreal, honestly. I mean, after that semifinals game, we kind of treated that, I guess, as our senior night, you could say.
Yeah.
Because we thought that was going to be our last game on our home field. But then just being able to go out on Frank Snyder Field and stuff, I mean, it was just awesome with our fan base that we have. It was just the atmosphere that they had there for us. It was just surreal.
Yeah. And what was that like, you know, getting – everyone plays at the beginning of the year. Everyone says – our goal is to get to the state championship game. We want to play in it used to be the Dome, now the Benz. Everyone wants to get there. So what was that like for you initially, the shock when you learned that you don't get that game in the Benz? And then walk us through I guess the agony of the waiting on, like, okay, when are we going to play? Where are we going to play? And then finally you get excited because you get that game on the home field.
I mean, we were definitely disappointed on the bus, but then Coach Shaw talked to us and told us about the possibility of us being able to get to play at home. And, I mean, what's better than playing a state championship on your home field, honestly?
Yeah.
And then as we were just sitting there waiting and stuff, we were just – I mean, me personally, it was just killing me because I knew how Coach Shaw did on his coin tosses and stuff. So, but, I mean, he won the one that mattered the most.
Yeah.
And whenever we figured it out, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Just being able to know that we get to go out with a bang, or try to go out with a bang on our home field.
Yeah, and you still did, man. You guys still did awesome too. You never gave up, and part of that's the brotherhood aspect. You know, we hear a lot of teams say that, like, oh, we're like a family, you know, and they are. But I think you guys take it to another level. How real is that brotherhood from your perspective in that locker room, on the field, off the field?
I mean, it's so real. I mean, like, just the state championship, for example, there was so many former players that came out just to support us. And even though, like, they didn't make it and stuff like that, they knew that they helped lay the foundation for what we did this year. And they wanted it just as much as we did. And a lot of it starts with the coaches. The coaches, it's more than just football to them.
Yeah.
They care about what we do after high school football. And they truly love us. And, like, So it starts with them, and then we truly love each other as teammates.
Yeah, it's very rare to see that. It's definitely refreshing as well to see that. But your career, in retrospect, nothing short of phenomenal. And I know you know the numbers. I know you know where you stand all the time. But I'm going to read these stats out because they're just awesome to read. But 9,383 passing yards, 113 touchdowns, 3,075 rushing yards, 57 touchdowns. One of the greatest dual threat quarterbacks in all time in the state of Georgia. 5th in passing. And again, for those who don't know, you only started 3 years, and the last 2 years you had a lot of games you didn't even play but 2.5, 3 quarters. So when you look back at those accomplishments, those numbers, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm definitely proud of it just because I know about like all the hard work that I put into it. And but when it comes down to it, and I couldn't do it without my coaches and teammates that help push me and help make me better. And they just make plays for me all the time, like the touchdown passes. I couldn't do that without the receiver catching the ball.
Right.
And the rushing touchdowns, I couldn't do that without the line and the receivers blocking for me. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, none of this could have been possible without, of course, first of all, God blessed me with the talent to be able to do this, and then my teammates helping me accomplish all those.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm definitely proud of it, but I want my teammates to know that I couldn't have done it without them, so they should be proud of it as well.
Yeah, so it should say Bailey Fisher and then the offensive line and everybody else with it too. That's awesome. Your final play of your career, an unexpected touchdown to Austin Sosby. I didn't see that one coming, to be honest. But that was a cool moment for him and for you as well. Did it kind of sink in right after the touchdown pass? You had to know, like looking at the clock, if you don't recover the onside kick, that was the last play of your high school career.
Yes, sir. I mean, I knew once, like you said, if we didn't get the onside kick, that was going to be my last play as a Rabun County Wildcat. I mean, it started sinking at that moment, and it hurt. Like, I started tearing up and stuff over there on the sidelines. But, I mean, I was definitely happy for Austin getting that touchdown.
Yeah.
We worked on that play both 2 weeks that we had to prepare for the game. And so, I mean, it was just a special play, and it was a heck of a catch by him.
Yeah, he did make a great catch there.
And then it was just tough knowing that was going to be my last play.
Yeah, but definitely awesome to end on that note too, though.
Yes, sir.
What would you say to – everyone's a critic, and I'll tell you what, the recruiters, they irritate me sometimes because they're always so quick to look at a player's build, and you have the right build, but some recruiters say you lack maybe 1 or 2 inches of height. That's separating you from like a top-tier Division I offer to what you're getting now. What would you say to those recruiters that tell you that?
I would just say look at the record that I had and the wins that we got as a team, and I guess just the way I play. I play with play with heart and stuff like that, and I leave it all on the field at all times. I try to compete to the best that I can at all times, and just do whatever I can for my teammates to help our team get the win.
Yeah, you, as Coach Shaw puts it, you will yourself to a win. I mean, in the way I've not seen any other quarterback do in a long time. But what I love the most about Bailey Fisher is that what you do on the field is amazing, but people with half the talent as you sometimes lack humility, and you're one of the most humble players I've ever seen, regardless of how much talent you have. And there's rumors of you staying after being one of the last ones to leave the visitors' locker room, cleaning up y'all's mess and making sure everything's right. How much of that's your upbringing, and how big is humility a part of your life?
I mean, I definitely credit a lot of that to do with how I was raised. My mom raised me to not get big-headed and stuff like that, stay level-headed. And like I said earlier, I mean, I know that I couldn't do all this without my teammates anyway, so why not give them the credit as well?
Yeah.
When they deserve it, because they helped me accomplish a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And Coach Jay and Coach Shaw help with that as well. They always tell me, stay humble and stuff like that. Like, don't lack the confidence, but just know you have to stay humble at all times.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly right. Now, your highlight reel, we tried to make one for your career, and we did, but it was, I mean, to get it to 10 minutes was very tough. I'll tell you, it was like 25 minutes of highlights that I went through and was like, man, that's too good to take out, but had to narrow it down. You've had so many plays that we've been able to witness, but inside the helmet, from your perspective, what would be your top 1 or 2 moments of your career?
I'd say my favorite moment was when we got that win in the quarterfinals and getting over that hump this year. And then my second favorite moment was when we played Early County my sophomore year. We went into the half. I think we were down 7-6. We were either up 7-6 or 6-0 or something like that. We were down, I think. And then we went on a tear in the third quarter and just a complete momentum swing. It was just one of those games that you just never forget. The momentum and stuff just shift completely to your side.
Cool.
And, I mean, that's just one of those moments I'll never forget.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. All right, so last question for you. College recruiting, what can you provide us with as an update on where you stand there, what that process is like, and how badly do you kind of want to get this behind you so you can, finish out your school year?
Right now I have 3 offers from Presbyterian, Savannah State, and West Georgia. I'd say I'd probably make a decision before signing day and then just sign on signing day. But I'm not going to rush into anything. I'm going to try to find the right school, what school fits me the best. And so, I mean, I guess that's all I have.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you, excel at the next level as well, man. But we will never forget the legacy, the impact you had on this program. And like you said, I mean, others laid the foundation, and you took it to another level too. So, it's been an honor watching you these last 4 years, man. Wish you nothing but the best. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.